Pens to Lens Children's Screenwriting Competition submissions are now opened until February 28th. Here today to tell us about the program are Elsie and Andrew. Welcome to CI Living.
Thanks for having us.
So what is Pens to Lens?
Well, Pens to Lens is a youth screenwriting competition for students grades K through 12. And then there's also actually a youth filmmaking component to it as well.
Okay, and what is the youth filmmaking component?
Well, I'm going to toss that to Andrew. So
Okay, Andrew, you're up.
So, yeah, the two sides of it are they either write the movies and then people like me film the movies, or they can film the movies themselves, and a selection of those get shown at our red carpet gala, along with all the movies that people like me would make out of their screenplays.
And so how does that process work? Is it a collaborative thing that the children write it and then you take it and you shoot it, or do they participate in the directing, producing, sort of learning how that process works if they're not shooting it themselves?
Yeah, so when they submit the scripts, local filmmakers get to choose which ones they like, which ones they think they could do. Everybody sees something different in different scripts.
Of course.
But then once they've settled on one and it's approved that they can do it, we try to invite the writers and other kids to set as much as possible so that they can be involved in the production process as well.
Learning how to make films at a young age.
Yes, and they get excited to do any job on set that they can.
Of course. It's good hands-on experience, yes, right from that young age.
It is, and it's fostering a love of the art of not only like screenplay writing, which is an art form in and of itself, but also to filmmaking and kind of giving them an opportunity to be involved in all behind-the-scenes aspects of that.
And collaborating on a team.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because most of the movies aren't made by just one person. Even if they're fully animated by one person, there's still voice casts that need to be involved and things like that. So usually you have to work with at least one other person, if not 10 to 20, depending on what it is.
Multiple people, and I know from personal experience, the bigger the crew, the easier life can be sometimes.
Sometimes.
If you have the right people, yeah, right? And then you alluded to an event. So what is the event where some of the films are screened?
So we actually have two events, the first of which is coming up on February 8th, and Andrew's going to be at the Urbana Free Library screening all of last year's films.
Okay.
As more of a recruitment event, because right now we're in the thick of it in terms of trying to get kiddos to submit those screenplays. So that's going on right now, but then Andrew alluded to our red carpet screening event, our gala, in August. So.
Yeah, so the big finale, after all the movies are done, at the Virginia Theater in August, we will have our red carpet gala. So everybody dresses up like it's the Oscars or something, maybe not quite Oscar level, but we still dress up in suits and ties and things like that.
Sure.
We have like photo backdrop that we take photos with the kids, and we watch the movies on the big screen and bring all of the kids who wrote the movies or were involved in the movies up on stage so that the audience can cheer for them and they get their moment in the spotlight. In the past, we've had people like asking the kids for autographs and things like that too.
Oh, nice.
And we try to acknowledge some of the other screenplays that were good but didn't get chosen to be made into a movie. So sometimes we give an award as a recognition of this was really good, but just it didn't happen to work out this year. Keep going. But also, besides making movies out of these, in collaboration with Kudo, the Champaign-Urbana design organization, we make movie posters. And so the East Lobby, traditionally, of the Virginia Theater is wall-to-wall covered with posters that were made for the movies that are being screened, as well as some of the scripts that didn't get chosen to be filmed.
And those scripts that aren't chosen, do you encourage those people to resubmit those scripts the following year, or do you encourage them to write something new and submit again something fresh?
We always encourage them to keep writing new stuff, even if we liked the thing and it didn't work out. You know, it's their story, so if they want to make the movie out of it, then they should do that, and we'll screen that at the next gala. At the next gala.
And before we wrap up, I wanted to ask you about some of the other groups that you collaborate with. I know that you sort of have partnerships. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, so I'm with 40 North, that's the Champaign County Arts Council, and this is obviously a collaborative arrangement between us and Champaign movie makers, because it wholly would not be possible without the time and talent of our movie makers in the community. Andrew spoke about the collaboration with Champaign-Urbana Design Organization for the movie posters, but we also really appreciate the collaboration with Champaign Park District for the usage of Virginia Theater.
That's great. Well, thank you both for being here and for sharing all of that information. And if you want more information or know somebody who wants to submit, you can head to our website at ciliving.tv after the show, and we would be happy to connect you.